This video is for beginners and advanced traders who want to use the 1 minute chart. Very important is to understand that beginners and advanced traders to start trading like this. Instead, first of all, it is about to make the chart small and understand where less to trade and where more to trade. We're going through in what direction the market goes, how you can identify it better, and then also how candles open and close. So everything actually you need to know using the 1 minute chart. First of all, for a trading zone, there are different kind of people how they love to draw it in. Some people draw it in like that. Some people draw it in like just like smaller inside. And I believe in for you as a beginner or also as an advanced trader, it is just to catch so many candles as possible and just drawing it to the right. And this is sort of a death zone. In this trading area, it is better less to trade. If you're more experienced by watching it over again, you will see that here, for example, the market wiggles around more and you can catch here more candles and how the market is pushing out and then pushes back in. There will be very few scenarios that we can see it very nicely to trade back into the contraction phase, it's called. Contraction phase means like, because expanding means if the market goes in one direction, contraction phase means the market is wiggling around. What is more important is that you understand the market was trading there a lot in the past, and it's a good information for the market because it's an auction process where it wants to go. So for example, here you see also more candles than here or even there. So if you take now a trading zone here, this is exactly where the market likes to go, as you see here. So now you identified in what direction the market wants to go, and very important, you need minimum 2 weeks experience. So maybe 2 or 3 times a week for 1 or 2 hours. This is the ES1 exclamation mark. This is the S&P 500 futures, the 500 biggest American companies. Every 4 months, old companies are going out. New companies are getting in. They're best performing ones. So Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, for example. These companies are inside and much more famous, well-known, also Coca-Cola or Facebook, what is called Meta now. And the thing is that you need to, that you understand, to build a relationship to a market is very important. So this market is opening at 9:30 New York time, but I think it's better to start trading 10 a.m. New York time to 4 p.m. New York time and to select 2 or 3 hours, minimum 1 hour, what is suiting for you with your time to look at the market using just this method, what I showed to you. I'm going to show you now how candles are working. And I'm going to explain to you also with the trading strategy, how you can identify that the trading strategy is also good or less good suited for you. Because a lot of times in the internet, you find, or also books, that it's all about the trading strategy. But the problem is just, it's more about the market experience, what the trading strategy should based on, and never that you should enter a trade with your real money by not even seeing in what direction the market goes. So market experience is always more important. And then we apply the trading strategy. And this is something what I'm going to show you here when you understand these things. If you have something to write down, this will be absolutely cool. In the end, I'm going to give you even a 3-step method that you can use for your own trading. So first of all, a green candle using a 1-minute chart, it opens at the bottom. That means here, if it's 11:02, it means here 11:01, for example, was here on the bottom. It opened and 11:02 closed here on the top. So it means we just see here in the past, the market was going from here to there within 1 minute higher. The wick means the lowest point. We don't know what time that was exactly within the seconds, but we know within 1 minute, the market was wiggling around. It was here 11:01. Here was the highest point, and then it was shooting up, and then it was closing here 11:02. A red candle opens at the top, and then it closes on the bottom. So it means within 1 minute, the market was going lower. And then you see here even the wick here. This was the lowest point, but 11:02 was exactly, the market was here exactly. So now you understand that the green candle means the market was going up, a red candle, the market was going down. And this is something what's very important now. If you see the market does green, red and green, red lower, it means that the market goes down. Some people concentrate also on the other side that I'm going to show you after this one. And I think it's very important only to concentrate on these 2 things if the market goes down. Either it does green, red that goes lower, or it starts to make more red candles than green candles, and that's already it. For the opposite side, you have a red candle, that means that the market was going lower, a green candle that the market was going higher, and if you have red, green, and red, green that goes higher, here's your red, green goes lower, so red, green from here, and then red, green from here goes higher. This means that the market wants to go higher. And the other one is more green candles than red candles. But you can see here how the market structure is lower. And very important, as I just mentioned, do not trade like this. Make the market small. And then you see already how the market pressures down. And when you look at it multiple times, it makes less sense to just buy here, because you see here a lot of red candles, green, red is going down. What is also very important is that you understand that where the market also wants to go. If you see a lot of red candles or with the structure, what I just mentioned, the market will aim for these contraction phases down here. If the market has enough power, we call it a bigger structure high or low, or these spikes that you see here, this here, and even the highest point here was here. Check this out. The market goes up, goes there. This is the death area. It's very hard to trade there. And then you see here how the market is structuring down, and then it goes here to this bigger structure low. So it's actually just the apex from a bigger structure that you see where the market wants to go. Apex from a bigger structure, I'm going to draw in some for you, is here, is there, for example. These are the apexes. And this is where you understand that beginners and even intermediate traders that try to trade in the middle, but it's actually all about, can I see that the market goes up here where my mouse is, or can I see that the market goes down here where my mouse is? And on some days, even weeks, the market is just in a contraction phase. It's hard to trade. We lose a lot of money. And then, but when the market is pushing down, check this out. The market is aiming for this one. Check this out. The market is aiming for the high, and then it cannot go above. And then it's aiming for the low, and then it's aiming for this low, and then it's aiming for that low. And the next low is down here or even there, and it's just too far away. And that's the reason the market cannot reach it. And then the market comes back and aims again for this bigger structure high. So how can we use it now for our trading? I'm going to show you this 3-step method that you can use for your trading. And very important is when you use this strategy with the color switches, do not trade just because the market does a higher red green. Check this out. And then a higher red green. Sometimes the market starts to make red green down here, up here. And then some people start trading it. And this is absolutely worse. What is more important is to understand, if you make the chart small, I love to use just a square. And very important, you can't just sit down and just look at the market. You need to draw them in. If we see here a lot of green candles now, red, green goes higher. Check this out. The market did this retracement. Then the market did a length. Now we're measuring length. Retracement that was that long. If I see now red, green or red, green here, I would not consider trading that. And then once we see the market goes away, then we're drawing here also square. Now we have 3 different lengths within squares where the market was reacting. And check this out. If the market does here the same square again from here to there, and then just a green candle down here like this, you see how the market shoots up. Check this out. Market does again the same length back, a green candle, and you see here how the market starts shooting up. Of course, we will have times where we lose money and it sadly doesn't work within a lot of length up, but quantity beats lack of trades. Check this out. From here to there is from here to there around where the market starts reacting. Sadly, it's hard to identify here because the market starts to make a long red candle. But check this out. Red, green goes higher. The market starts to make it the 3rd, the 4th green candle. And then trading here makes a lot of sense that the market goes up. Here again, another example. If you see that the market does here retracement of this length, and then a retracement of this length, you need always to think, always to place these squares. Check this out. Market does from here to there the same retracement, a green candle, maybe losing money. Then maybe from here to there, green candle, now it works. We can use also the thing with the squares in the other direction. If we see, for example, that the market did this kind of length up, to assume that the market does the same length up as you can see from here to there makes a lot of sense. Or even once it does a retracement, like here or there, that it does the same move up. Check this out, is around here the same movement where it has struggles going up because it starts making a lot of green candles. You can see it by experience when you just over and over look at the market. So here's the 3-step method that will help you combining everything else. First of all, identify where the market wants to go. US session, 10 a.m. New York time. In this case, I was putting here Chicago time. You can also set here up the New York time, as you can see here. So it's going to be here 10 a.m. here. For example, here's 10 a.m. where my mouse is. And then I'm going to make here a zone. Identify where it makes sense that the market goes. This is the death area, not good to trade. We have here the bigger structure high that is up here, for example. We have this high here, for example, or like we take like this high here. Then you have the bigger structure low, what is just here, not in this death area, very important. Then Second step, can you see that the market goes up here or down there? And very clearly it's hard because it's a death area. But once we see here a lot of red candles, then we see that the market, very important, green red goes lower. You see, very important, not trading a green red down here because the retracements are that long to see how long the retracements are. So taking a square, punching them in, having a good work ethic is very important, that you punch in these retracement, because if you can see this big retracement here and then the market does this big retracement and you're unsure because the market does here a lot of green candles, this is market experience. Wait until you can see green red goes lower, maybe losing money here. Now check this out, green red here goes lower. This is a very good trade. And you see here in this contraction phase how the market does more red candles than green candles. The next one is also, check this out, from here to there, this is a smaller contraction phase. This is like a bigger contraction phase. Now the contraction phases are getting smaller. Trading here is almost impossible, it is, but I think it's better to let this go away. And then once the market does the same retracement, here the first red candle. Once the market does the first retracement, here red candle, here red candle. There are long red candles and short red candles. I love the short ones. So this is step number 2, is like to identify these kinds of things. Lower highs, a lot of red candles, or higher lows, a lot of green candles, and the same retracement. And that if it makes more sense that the market goes down here or like up here, right? Step number 3 is then just like once you identify it, just taking a small red candle and then trading towards that direction. If you understood how a stop placement works, I really love to have small stop placements and wait for the countdown on the right side. So if it counts down from 10 seconds, for example, or 5 seconds, and we can see it stays red, having the trade so near as possible where the red candle closes, after it closes or before it closes, stop placement at the red candle, and then aiming for this bigger structure low. And the cool thing is very often you find risk-reward ratio trades of 5 or even higher, but the risk-reward ratio of 5 is enough. Because if we see that the market does this movement with ease push and then comes back, I think it's better to just trade like that. And when we have enough leverage, it's called, when I can adjust here $100, I can have here around $500 for this trade. And what happens is that I don't need to win every trade. This is a very big mistake from advanced traders and also beginner traders, that they cannot sustain pain. It is good to sustain pain because it is about, if I can make $500 or $800 for a winning trade, it's totally okay to lose $100 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Totally fine, because if 3 times making $500 is 1,500 and I lose 7 trade, I can lose like 15 times. Like, that's totally fine. Hope you can take something out of this video. Let me know in this comment section if there's something unclear. Trying to help you so good as possible. Wish you all love, good trades. JT out.